focuses on art and culture in publications such as News on Sunday, the Friday Times, Art Asia Pacific, Arts International, and a publication by Victoria and Albert Museum, London. Associate Professor Arish Sardar, HOD VCD, regularly contributed op-ed articles in the News on Sunday on art, design, and travel. Associate Professor Omar Khan co-founded and curated Somatic Provocations, a platform for fashion and textile pedagogues across the globe to share explorations, ideas, and practices. Assistant Professor and Program Head Foundation, Mr. Haider Jan, participated in the 7th Graphic Arts Biennale in Romania and also had a solo show at Gallery T2F, Karachi. Assistant Professor Zainab Zahir Balraz undertook a poetry and illustration-based project which is due to be published in 2023. Zila Batul participated at ICOM Youth Conference Art Beyond Boundaries in France as a panelist and as a president of SAF-SAA at the ICOM conference. Umair Abbasi, faculty Communication Design, worked on design and education and awareness projects with the Ministry of Federal Education and Social Welfare Department, Government of Punjab. Aman Asif Loan, also VCD faculty. Nohoti? Also, Asif Loan exhibited her work in Finland. Her project on carbon capturing biomaterials was also part of exhibition called Design for a Cooler Planet as part of Helsinki Design Week. Mehboob Jokyo, faculty Visual Arts, participated in group exhibitions such as Sculptor, Como Museum. He was also an artist in residence program in Denmark. Dure Shehbar Ali was part of the Unordered Terminal HKB Finale exhibition project Zero Human Dining in the Times of COVID. This took place in Bern in 2021. Emin Gilani worked with Rita Rute Nurwa, Visitor Experience Coordinator organized by Jameel Art Center, UAE. Walid Zafar participated in multiple group exhibitions including Indian Art Fair, an exhibition titled An Ode to the City, held at Muse Art Gallery, Lahore. Mehmil Ishtiaq was one of the designers who worked on the design and layout for the Lahore Literary Festival. Senior Assistant Professor Ayaz Jokyo held his solo exhibition and was also part of a group show at Como Museum. Senior Assistant Professor Mehboob Shah and Senior Lecturer Amar Faiz and Atika Sheikh participated in multiple group exhibitions. Similarly, our alumni too continued with their local and global achievements. Amrit Kirki received an award for Creative Young Artist 2021 in Nepal, Kathmandu. Fatma Rukshana, our alumni from Sri Lanka, showed her work at the Festival Colombo Space and Warehouse 421, Abu Dhabi. Anil Waghela had a solo performance, Breathing Through the Stillness, at Nepal Art Council, Kathmandu. Basim Mahmood exhibited at the Center for Contemporary Art, Berlin, Museum of Contemporary Art, Antwerp, Belgium, Gallery Hubert Winter, Vienna, Austria. Aziz Hazara exhibited at between Berlin, Germany, Smackwellen Gallery, New York, Venice Biennale, Italy, Carnegie International, USA, Biennale of Moving Images, Center of Contemporary Arts, Geneva, Switzerland. Aziz Hazara is our alumni from Afghanistan. Farooq Abdanan exhibited at the 19 Asian Art Biennale, Bangladesh, Phoenix Art Space, Brighton in 2022. Memuna Riaz was amongst the finalists for the Sovereign Art Award, Hong Kong in 2021. Ehsan Haq exhibited at the Felix Frecon Gallery, Brussels, Gallery Martin van Zomeren, Amsterdam. Laiba Aslam co-founded June Collective as a creative space to host open studios and conduct several creative activities. Aisha Najmi founded a startup, Imprints of Nature, that focuses on eco-printed and naturally dyed wearables from various plants, roots, and herbs. Vijaya Batul participated in art residencies with Vising Art Centre UK and Digital Art Studio Belfast, Ireland. Ramisha Azim curated a landmark exhibition entitled The Factory Project that challenges the conventional spaces of display for displaying art. Ali Sharik exhibited at Canvas Art Gallery, Full Circle Gallery, Sambara Art Gallery, Karachi. He also initiated a project. He was also part of the project initiated by Gujral Foundation and Manchester International Festival. And the list goes on, but this particular moment belongs to our graduating batch, whose collective resolve resulted in 115 brilliant thesis projects and dissertations against the turbulent and emotional backdrop of the pandemic, and produced multivariate ideas, images, objects, context, situations, and simulations. The deep interest in environment and consciousness of human impact in the various projects spoke of our students' thinking and approach. The comfort of using advanced technologies reflected the possibilities to which the students are pushed. The ability to construct exciting narratives from difficult environments explained the kind of abilities that were harnessed through a culture of critical inquiry, deep research, and reflective analysis. I applaud our faculty, especially the thesis supervisors, who have continued with the mission of producing independent thinkers and market leaders through programs in the areas of visual arts, communication design, textile design, fashion design, and art education. I would like to congratulate 115 graduates from all graduate and undergraduate programs at SVAD who are entering the professional sphere at a time where the provocations of the 21st century provide them both the challenges and the opportunity to make it a better world. Talking of a better world, we have a great example of Aga Khan Trust for Culture with the kind of work it has done in Pakistan. It has proved that sustainable community development is not possible without heritage conservation. It has also proved that irrespective of adversities, with immense positive attitude, innovative strategy, and strong resolve, anything is attainable. In this regard, Mr. Tausif Khwaja, as the head of Aga Khan Trust in Pakistan, is creating legacies with what he has been entrusted with, truly an inspiration for our graduating batch. Like the families and friends in the audience today, I share the pride in the accomplishments of graduating class of 2021. Congratulations on graduation. I wish you very success in this new chapter of your life.
Thank you, Professor Rashid Rana. Today we have the privilege of being joined by Mr. Khwaja Tausif Ahmed. Mr. Khwaja Tausif Ahmed is a senior development executive with 8 years of experience and has served in Pakistan, Central Asia, Germany, China, Singapore, which includes, amongst other positions, working as a senior advisor at the USAID for development of an education infrastructure program in Karachi. He is also General Manager Expansion for Metro Group Germany. He is currently heading the Aga Khan Trust for Culture in Pakistan, an agency working for social development by investing in culture through conservation of tangible and intangible heritage, such as monument conservation, music, museums, and art. While Mr. Ahmed's primary area of expertise is in strategic leadership and planning for development projects, he is also an author and a poet. He writes blogs for Dawn and Express Tribune and has published a collection of his Urdu poems. I would now like to invite him to say a few words on this occasion.
Thank you very much. This cat is going to be a spiteful. Professor Rashid Rana, Sitara Imtiaz. Ma'am Salima Hashmi, honorable faculty members, parents, graduates, and students. It's an absolute honor for me to be here today, and I thank BNU and SVAD for giving me this opportunity to be the part of today's event at this prestigious institution. I'm amazed to know about the blend of courses this school is offering and the student body having an outreach from all SAARC countries. This is indeed a unique setting in our school and in South Asia. It's a great delight to see the graduates crossing the milestone of moving from being the student to their practical lives. I congratulate each of you. Some of you might choose to pursue further studies, but the initial stage of professional education has completed, and the long and hard journey of professional careers has just begun. It's a long haul, full of challenges, but driven with hope and optimism. I'm sure the graduates, will not only find your way, but will lead the professions you will choose to take. If my maths is correct, all the graduates would belong to Generation Z, which is already changing the workplace landscape around the world. Today's work horizon is fast changing, fast evolving, becoming more informal, more consultative, and showing more interest and respect to the individuality of its workforce. Today, in the large organizations, the teams are less interested in stereotypical motivational sermons and more into the realities of this changing world. One wouldn't be surprised if the stories on Instagram and Snapchat make ways into discussion on business, its management, and its development. Being the part of the domains of art and design, I believe the ways for today's graduates in today's world are more interesting. As your school's creative approach is to find connections between the art, design, and the different branches of knowledge, I would like to add the fourth dimension to it. By the way, I didn't know you are already working on it. I heard just from Professor Rashid's speech, but I would like to mention it still, which is fourth dimension to it, which is exponentially changing our world under the impact of climate change. This is a reality looming large on humanity with currently no place to hide in. Tomorrow could bring far bigger challenges for the globe and its inhabitants, which will impact our lives in no small ways. Our art, our designs, and all growing knowledge streams must account for it, now and probably forever. I also feel pleasure to share, and as Professor Rashid just mentioned, that the organization I represent is home to the field of art, design, and many other associated knowledge forms. Aga Khan Trust for Culture, with its novel approach of investing in culture for improving the quality of life, has worked from North America to Africa, Middle East and South to Central Asia, to prove that the tangible and intangible cultural elements aren't a luxury or liability for any society, but indeed could become a catalyst for human development. From monumental conservation to museums, parks and gardens, and music, these community-centered interventions have competed well with the traditional philosophies of investment in infrastructure, technology, and livelihood. The impact of these interventions over human lives is quantifiable, and there are actually names and addresses of people and communities who have benefited from this investment in art, design, and associated knowledge areas. But the real good news is that though we are only one organization, there are many more, bigger and brighter, who in today's fast evolving world are still carrying the torch of believing in the power of art and associated knowledge forms. There are individuals, organizations, and even the governments who still are and further want to continue to support the power of art, power of knowledge, and the power of creativity. You just have to look around long and maybe far to find one. The world is waiting for you. It's not simple to ponder what we should tell the new generation entering into their practical professional lives at this point in time. As I said before, the days of traditional motivational speeches are over. The younger workforce doesn't want and probably doesn't need any longer the SF stories in a stormy dark night. As the 4G networks are streaming in the stories never heard of before into their palm tops and into their headphones. So what to tell someone who is already getting magnanimous amounts of information from everywhere in the tune of megabytes every minute? All we can say is that despite all the technological advances happening at lightning speed, probably the fundamentals of life haven't changed much. The real questions of life remain simple, and the world we live in is in the same universe since many millennia. So I like to close my conversation by saying that no matter what speed we are moving at in life, and many of its dimensions are still unexplored, there are so many stories yet to be told, and so many questions still unanswered. These could be the avenues of tomorrow's art and design, and there is so much yet to be found out, yet to be created. I wish you good luck on this journey. Now, after this formal note, I would like to say that, जैसा राशिद साहब ने mentioned here, the kind of work we are doing, it's cross-functional involvement of many different disciplines, which is art and design and archaeology and architecture and materials. And it's not far away from you, just a few miles from here, near the Lahore fort in the walled city. And this work, the good news again is that this work is going to continue for next 10 years in Lahore minimum, because it's a slow, labor-intensive work. It's not a high-tech work. So there could be various opportunities where SVAD, the prestigious SVAD, your great students, some of them are already with us as interns. We could join hands in research. I would believe, and it's hard to say in front of Ma'am Salima Hashmi, but probably I clearly see a couple of PhDs, a couple of MPhil degrees in our picture wall project, in our Sheesh Mahal project, in our wall city project. I see a lot of interaction on the research side, other than the formal degrees, lecture series, and there's so much, so much interesting. And I don't know how many of you know about picture wall, which is the world's largest mural with over 3,000 panels, and each one is separately and independently designed, researched, and then preserved. So there is a lot there, and we are trying to build a visitor center, a museum, site museum in the fort. And I think there is a lot there we can talk about, and we can join our hands in. I thanks again. I congratulate the graduates. I thanks again Professor Rashid for giving me this honor, and it's an absolute pleasure, absolute honor to be with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmed, for a very apt speech for the time and sharing your amazing insights with us. I now request our gold medalist from MA Art and Design Studies, Mia Walid Zafar, on stage to deliver his valedictorian speech.
Dear faculty, Professor Rashid, Rana, esteemed chief guest, respected parents, and my fellow graduates. I stand here today as the valedictorian for the School of Visual Art and Design, class of 2022. I would like to start out by thanking Professor Rashid Rana, Professor Ali Raza, who is not here today, Professor Risham Sayed, and all the faculty who have supported and guided me through my academic journey. Your support and help extends beyond, not just in the form of academics, but goes beyond, shaping the perspective and outlook that have been integral to my growth. I would also like to take a moment here to thank my parents and my older brother, who in the last 2 years have supported and guided me unconditionally and have played an integral role in me being here today. Bnu and I have had a long relationship, both as a student and as a faculty member. I joined SVAD back in 2013 with my own notions of what the future might look like. Today, 9 years later, I stand here as valedictorian, sharing the space with the first batch I taught 4 years ago. I'm extremely proud to be here with them and seeing them grow into the phenomenal individuals they have become. I feel a sense of community that has developed over these years. These relationships extend beyond the boundary of this degree, this space, and the shared time we have spent here on campus. I would like all of you to take a moment and imagine the future that lies ahead of us. The last 2 years have taught us one thing: humans, us as a species, can solve any problem if we work together. Our individual identity is part of a much larger community that works together and shapes the future. Humanity in its current form has been a collective effort where every day adds a layer to our shared history, where no action is unimportant and no contribution is below acknowledgement. The history that we create, the work that we do, has long-reaching impacts regardless of what work we do, and we should take pride in the place we have today. In the last 2 years, my understanding of knowledge has expanded exponentially. The perspective built through the guidance of my advisors has been of great importance. My interest in history, art, science has made me understand how creativity is not limited to my field, but rather is at the heart of everything we do. Through these processes of learning, I have come to realize the importance of working as a collective, where knowledge is not compartmentalized, but rather is shared and built upon. Here, I would like to thank my peers who have brought their unique perspectives that were integral for my growth. I would particularly like to thank Mehmet Ishtiaq and Laiba Aslam, who have been my partners and my support in the last 2 years, and their individual perspectives and insights have helped me immensely. I would like us to reflect on the paths and decisions that have led us here and think of a future where we can work together and cultivate this small community and help it grow. The fragility of human existence is referenced throughout our history, and how through adversity we can learn to grow and adapt to any situation. The past 2 years have been a challenge for all of us, where our ways of life, our social behavior have changed immensely. But it's remarkable that through those challenges, we have grown and we are here today, ending one chapter and beginning another. Going forward from here, I would like us to remember that we will always be part of the SVAD family and would like all of us to look back at this time fondly. I am grateful that I'm sharing this space with such a brilliant group of people, of individuals who will eventually go out and make us proud. I'm proud to be part of this institution and its ethos, and would like to thank all of you for providing the environment that motivates growth in all aspects. I would like to end this speech, a final lecture for the graduating batch, and wish them well for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Walid, and I wish you good luck for your future. I would now request gold medal, distinction, and honor holders to please make a line as guided by the ushers.
ये बंदर तो कैसे भी चाहिए तो कैसे भी चाहिए या ये यूज करना मैं तो जा रहा हूँ तू इधर जा रहा है ओके फोटो लेना ये भी स्कैन कर रहा हूँ इसमें डाल इसको भी स्कैन कर देते हैं ये चले ये चले हाँ या उससे नहीं तो चले निकाल लो यहाँ एक के साथ स्कैन करते हैं
I would now like to request the Dean and the Chief Guest to please come forward for the awarding ceremony. First, I would invite the gold medalists. From Visual Arts, Bachelor of Visual Arts, Fahim Abbas. Bachelor of Design, Textile, Fashion and Accessories, Maria Zainab Girdezi. Bachelor of Design, Visual Communication Design, Iraj Ahmed Khan. Master of Arts, Art and Design Studies, Mia Walid Zafar. Master of Arts, Art Education, Tanzeel Saeed. Congratulations to all the gold medal holders. I would now like to request distinction holders to please come forward. Bachelor of Fine Arts, Visual Arts, Nimra Javed Bhatt. Ghaffar Masih. Fahim Abbas. Bachelor of Design, Fashion and Fiber Studies, Sheikh Talha Ilyas. Fatima Sarfaraz. Mohammad Ahmed. Maria Zainab Gardezi. From Textile and Fiber Studies, Zarish Anwaruddin Humayun. Seher Farooq. Zinia Amir. Roshane Javed. Aiza Ali. Zainab Asif. From Visual Communication Design, Zainab Tanweer. Munib Tahir. Fahad Awan. Maryam Ahmed. Mia Irtiza Aftab. Tahreem Nawaz. Iraj Ahmed Khan. Umna Nasir. Maryam Tanweer. Khadija Ahmed. Noori Javed. Dua Khan Kundi. Myra Shahid. From Master of Art and Design Studies, Laiba Aslam. Mia Walid Zafar. Mehmal Ishtiaq Bhatt. Anil. From Master of Art Education, Tanzeel Saeed. Maryam Ansari. Saira Bano. I would now like the students who have received honors to please come to the stage as their names are being called out and receive their medals. From Visual Arts, Sayyid Ali Mesam Raza. Usman Alauddin. Kirat Tabassum. From Fashion and Fiber Studies, Minal Shahzad.
थोड़ा सा पीछे हो जाएगा
Muhammad Usman Rafiq. Maham Zahra. Usama Yaqub. From Textile and Fiber Studies, Mahnoor Fatma. Ahmed Arif.
उस एंगल पे दिख रहा है हाँ उधर
Anushe Atif Mahmood. Anam Rabil. From Visual Communication Design, Abbas Murad. Smaha Farrukh Khan. Mohammad Mustafa Khan Malik. Asfandyar Ali Malik. Mohammad Ahmed. Sharjeel Ahmed Butt. Mohammad Danish bin Amir. Sana Khan. Samira Yahya. From Master of Arts, Art and Design Studies, Aisha Najmi. Rehman Zada. Haika Rizwan Dar. From Master of Arts, Art Education, Afifa Naeem. Paqiza Zaidi. Uruj Shahab. Zain Shakil. Zunaira Nasir. Thank you, Mr. Ahmed. And now I would like to request Ms. Risham Saeed, Head of Department for Visual Arts, to please come to the stage and assist the Dean in the distribution of the degree. Bachelor of Fine Arts in Visual Arts, Nimra Javed Bhatt. Syed Ali Nisam Raza. Jawad Javed Qureshi. Abdullah Bukhari. Usman Alauddin. Fahim Abbas. Ghaffar Masih. Kirat Tabassum. Thank you, Ms. Risham. From the Department of Textile, Fashion and Accessory Design, I would like to invite Head of Department, Ms. Kiran Khan, to assist the Dean in the distribution of the degrees. Bachelor of Design, Fashion and Fiber Studies, Fatima Sarfaraz. Usama Yaqub. Mohammed Usman Rafiq. Mohammed Zishan Farooq. Sheikh Talha Ilyas. Maham Zahra. Muqaddas Shaheen. Muhammad Ahmed. Maria Zainab Gardesi. Huzaifa Abbas. Farwa Ehsan. Zinia Amir. Zainab Asif. Anam Rabi. Alize Ashfaq. Manahil Shoaib. Manur Fatima. Ahmed Arif, Aiza Ali, Seher Farooq, Anushe Atif Mahmood, Mahnoor Amir,
All the best and thanks for your continued support. All the way. Thank you.
Zarish Anwaruddin Humayun, Noreen Hassan Sayyed, and Minal Shahzad. Thank you, Ms. Kiran. From the Department of Visual Communication Design, I would like to invite Head of Department, Mr. Arish Sardar, to assist the team. Bachelor of Design, Visual Communication Design, Roshan Jamal. Abbas Murad. Mohammad Tahreemul Hassan. Hira Mahmood. Mohammad Mubin. Vaniza Awais. Hiba Naseem Sindhu. Areeb Javed. Manahil Ali. Khadija Ahmed. Smaha Farooq Khan. Mohiman Iqbal. Rabia Asjad Chima. Rida Amjad.
ये आ रहा है अच्छा अच्छा इसको आगे ले
Mariam Ahmed. Noori Javed. Zubair Ayaz Butt. Hamda Hamid. Mohammad Mustafa Khan Malik. Dua Khan Kundi. Munib Tahir. Samira Yahya. Asfandiyar Ali Malik. Sana Khan. Sharik Afaq Bhutta. Umna Nasir. Sharjeel Ahmed Butt. Myra Shahid. Zainab Tanveer. Mariam Tanveer. Saud Hayat. Fahad Awan. Tahreem Nawaz. Iraj Ahmed Khan. Mia Irtiza Aftab. Shahriyan Qasim. Saud Mustanir Khan. Mohammed Danish bin Amir. Isha Nadeem. Maham Zahid. Mohammed Ahmed. Mohammed Humayun Sultan. And Mohammed Suleiman. Thank you, Mr. Arish. From the Department of Graduate and Interdisciplinary Studies, I would now like to invite Program Coordinator